some minimal masses, I guess. I hate that term. Anybody who uses that term actually should be shot, but you know, sending it out to the masses, sending it out to the people, sending it out to whoever wants to listen to this shit. But I mean, I just got off a conversation with someone who's a neighbor, and I had to kind of like, it was a weird conversation because it was like, he caught me at this time where I was like, I'm free to talk. I'm free to talk. Everything is great. Everything is fantastic. These are beautiful people. They're not. But we need to save the beautiful people. We need to save just the people. The people who don't give a shit about this. The people who are going to get offended by this. And I think that's the problem. I mean, we're just getting to this point where there's a lot of people out there, they're called low information voters for a reason. And I think whoever I was just talking to is kind of a low information voter. What I know about him was, he voted for Obama, and that was 8 years ago. And then, just 2 years ago, he voted for Trump. So he's at least 28, 29. He's a millennial. Okay, so let's talk about the millennials. Maybe the millennials don't understand exactly what needs to get done to save everyone. And I'm not going to get all preachy on you. Give your life to Jesus. No, I mean, it couldn't hurt. But I think the problem is, I'm talking to someone who doesn't understand stuff. And I mentioned a name. And I'm not going to say the name of the person, but let's just say he's a radio host out of Austin, Texas. And that should give you enough clue as to who I'm talking about. And the person I was talking to did not even, I've never heard that name before. Really? You don't even watch CNN. You don't even watch Fox News. Now, he considers himself a Republican, I suppose, of sorts, which is a bad word, and I don't want to get banned off of YouTube again or blah, blah, blah. But, yes, there are people that are Republicans, there are people that are Democrats, and it's all bullshit. I don't want to step on people's toes. That's the problem. The problem is I'm not ready to step on people's toes yet. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of low information voters out there. And if I encountered one who lives a couple doors down from me just now and tried to talk about things that I think that rational people probably understand, he didn't understand it. He was just good with, I was playing basketball with whoever. It's like, I don't understand it. I really don't get it. But let's talk about Trump for a minute, because that's what really got me on this thing. Because I said, what do you think Trump's doing? And this is a guy who said he voted for Trump. And I understand that, it's like, oh, I voted for Trump? I didn't vote for Trump, by the way. I voted for a candidate who lost, way lost. But any which way. So, I supported Trump. I really wanted Trump to win. But in my heart of hearts, I knew there was something else. And that's why I voted for someone else. I wrote in a write-in candidate, by the way. And so I think that we should exercise that vote of write-in candidacy. But people need to understand that there's not just two options. There's not just your Republican and your Democrat. Okay? There is a third party. There's a fourth party and a fifth party and a sixth party. And your vote should matter. That's all I'm saying. Is your vote should matter. Because, I mean, I've heard this thing that, you know, the voting box is a suggestion box of slaves. Did I slur my words on that? Yes, I did. The voting box is just the suggestion box of slaves. In case you didn't get that, see Brian from High Impact Flicks. I think most of us, most of you who might be watching this, maybe you follow the same people that I do on YouTube or Uscrew or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's YouTube. It's still Google. Okay? And it needs to get busted up because they need to have voices for people like me who might talk about things like that. If you haven't understood it, yes, my name is Cynthia Pryber. I am running for a write-in candidacy. It's really just to screw shit up. I'm looking for 60,000 votes. So if you live in Illinois, hopefully you'll write in my name, Cynthia Pryber. It's exactly how it says. Cynthia, last name Pryber, P as in Paul, R-Y, B as in Bob, E-R. Okay, so just, I don't know, write this shit in. But, am I going to beat Rauner or Pritzker? No. Am I going to beat Madigan? No, not this election. But I think if I can get to my goal of 60,000 votes, that'll send a strong message. Because 60,000 people is a lot of people. I mean, that's enough to fill a stadium, basically. So if I can get like one stadium full of people to just like say, this shit's fucked up, and I'm, you know, gonna screw it up, and, you know, I'm gonna write in your name because, you know, I have no plans. I have no plans on governing the state of Illinois. I don't even want to get into this shit. I really don't. I mean, I don't want to get into the governance of the state of Illinois. I mean, we have pension problems. We have this, we have that, we have the other thing. And I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I mean, I just happen to live here. I will leave here in a fucking heartbeat. I would. You know, but, I mean, if you want to keep me here, I'm just kind of stuck here at the moment, you know, because you can't just, like, pick up and move, you know. But I do have plans on moving. I think I'm going to move to Montana, you know. I don't know. Maybe they'll like me in Montana, you know. I mean, I watched Yellowstone. I understand the problems there, you know. I mean, the ranchers just want to ranch, and the Indians have to, you know. Yellowstone was a wonderful show. If you haven't seen this on the Paramount Network, it stars Kevin Costner, Luke Grimes, Wes Bentley, and Kelly Riley, and Cole Hauser. You might know Cole Hauser from Fast and Furious 2, Too Fast, Too Furious. But they're actors, okay? It has nothing to do with politics. They're just actors. And one of the things you think about with actors is we're seeing a lot of actors, you know, come out of the woodwork these days saying that, like, oh, Trump is just going to ruin America. No, he's going to ruin your fucking piece of the pie, you know. And this is the thing of Trump talks. Trump is not going to ruin your piece of the pie. You're going to ruin your piece of the pie. When you think about everything and you boil everything down to fucking money, that's the problem. Okay? Because not everything has to do with money. We will rise up out of this shit. Trust me, we will. We're going to rise up out of this. Think about Illinois politics for a minute. And Illinois politics, we've got a billionaire from the Hyatt Hotel empire, and his name is J.B. Pritzker, and he's a Democrat. And then we've got a guy named Bruce Rauner, who made his money in, he made his money with old folks' homes, basically. Assisted living, think about that. All those places, Brookdale, or, you probably got a place in your town named Willowbrook, or, the pasture, the place where you fucking put old people. And then they charge the old people $6,000 a month, all things included, plus maybe some incidentals, maybe $7,000 a month, So, and that's why, grandma, we got to put grandma somewhere, because she's 90 something years old, so put her in here. And Medicaid's going to pay for something, but if she's broke, they still got to keep her, and we can charge the government, and blah, blah, blah. So that's how Rauner made his money. So it's not exactly, he's not a saint, okay? Our governor in Illinois, Bruce Rauner, is not a saint. I mean, he's made money on basically the taking care of old people. So it's a problem. The medical industry is a problem. I understand the medical industry, and I think I'm going to get into this a little bit better, sometime. I mean, this is why I'm out until 9, 10 o'clock at night, dealing with the medical industry. I mean, tonight I delivered, 10 test tubes full of blood or piss or urine or pap smears or whatever the fuck they were. They weren't pap smears, actually. I mean, I think I got a little bit of break because it's Friday, so. But, don't get me started on that one, because that's another thing, it's like, well, I mean, you get a lot of women out there that are like, I got a problem with my vag again, I mean, it's like, seriously, you've been going through it for like 40 years now, 30 years now, 20 years now. It's like, it just smells bad. It smells funny. It's supposed to smell fucking funny. So, take a swab. Check it out. Make sure I don't have any, bacteria growing in there after I've overused it on 10,000 fucking guys that I've slept with. But this is, again, part of the problem. Okay, I'm talking to my neighbor, and he doesn't seem to understand things. I mean, I measure, and this is why I don't talk out to a lot of people, because a lot of people think I'm just going to be fucking crazy. But, I mean, it's fine if that's what you want to think. If that's what you want to think. But, not crazy. Chemtrail's real. Okay? A lot of this stuff you're going to all find out is going to be 100% fucking real. And this is what Donald Trump, our president, is actually trying to show you. That all this shit that, they're directing you this, CNN directing you that, blah, blah, blah. It's all fucking real. And that's what we're going to understand. So, until that time, I think I'm just about out of time right now, because I'm out of actually flame. But that's right, I'm the smoking candidate. Let me tell you about healthcare for all. I want healthcare for me that doesn't fucking kill my bank account. Says, hey, you're already paying for cigarettes? Partially, part of that fucking shit that I pay for fucking cigarettes should actually go for healthcare. To make me feel comfortable when I die. And you know what? I am going to die one of these days. And so are you. So don't fucking think you're invincible to this shit. We're going to live forever. Consciously, yes, we probably will live forever. That's up to you, though. If you know the secret, you'll live forever. But, till that time, let's just think about our meat suits here. So, We're all meat suits. No, we're not all meat suits. We're all infinite consciousness having a fucking experience, having a human meat suit experience. And just, you are not your meat suit. Let's just say about that. But until then, I'll be back probably later today. I gotta charge up the phone. Alright. Adios.